Hello everyone, this is Karan Agarwal. I am a chartered accountant, qualified ACCA member, CFA level 3 pass out and certified FRM. I am the vertical head of JKSHA classes for the ACCA program and also a faculty for various subjects in all the levels of the ACCA course. JKSHA classes is a approved learning partner of the ACCA Institute. Today we are going to discuss A to Z about the ACCA course. So we have a dedicated helpline number for ACCA at JKSHA classes, which is available on your screen. You can contact any of this number to know more about this course and get personalized counseling. We have also attached a QR code on this prospectus, which will help you to navigate through the JKSC website containing more details about the ACCA program. So as you must be knowing, JKSHA classes has almost 4 decades of industry experience, and we are managing a faculty base of 290 faculties. We are spread across 42 cities and having 99 branches. We have coached more than 5 lakh students till date and created 3,500 rankers since 2001. Okay, so what is ACCA? ACCA is Association for Chartered Certified Accountants. It is a UK based body headquartered in London. This is the body which conducts examination and gives you ACCA qualification. It is one of the oldest global professional chartered accountancy body. It has more than 2 lakh plus members and 5 lakh plus future ACCA members registered right now. It has offices in more than 52 countries. ACCA as a global professional qualification. So ACCA is an institute which has presence in 180 plus countries across the world, which includes but not limited to countries like UK, UAE, Australia, Canada, Singapore and other European countries. ACCA qualification has a passing percentage of approximately 50% per paper. Obviously, it depends on paper to paper, and we can say that it ranges between 50 to as high as 80 to 85% in some of the papers. ACCA exams are conducted 4 times in a year: March, June, September and December. ACCA course duration ranges between 12 to 36 months. For a student who does not claim any exemption, the course duration is approximately 36 months. For a student eligible for 9 paper exemption will complete this course in a span of less than 12 months. ACCA is a qualification which the student can pursue alongside a full-time job because of the flexibility offered, like giving 1 paper in 1 attempt. The job opportunities are in Big Fours and MNC companies like JP Morgan, Nestle, Citibank, etc. All Big Fours like EY, PwC, KPMG, Deloitte are also doing mass hirings for ACCA candidates as well as ACCA completed affiliates. The salary package obviously depends on wide range of factors. For example, the bandwidth of the employer, the job profile, the existing qualification and the previous experience. But we say on an average, the pay package for a ACCA candidate who has just cleared all the exams is in the range of 5 to 8 lakh rupees per annum. So ACCA gives a rewarding global career because of the presence of ACCA Institute in 180 plus countries. ACCA Institute has mutual recognition agreement with several different institutes. For example, Chartered Accountants of Australia, for example, UAE, Hong Kong, Singapore, etc. So it helps the ACCA member to claim reciprocal membership and relocate to that particular country. As you can see from the screen, employers includes all the Big Fours as well as the MNC companies: Emirates, Procter Gamble, Hindustan Unilever, Barclays, Accenture, HSBC Bank, etc. All these MNC companies and Big Six are doing mass hirings for ACCA candidates as well as for ACCA qualifieds. Training. ACCA has the concept of 36 months of practical experience requirement, which the candidate can do in any sector as well as any size of the organization. You can work in an accountancy firm or you can also work in any industry. Eligibility criteria. Who can start with the ACCA course? You can start with the ACCA course even after 10th standard. Yes, you can start with the ACCA course once you complete your 10th standard using Foundation in Accountancy route. We also say this as FIA route. A student normally needs 50% in class 12 and 65% in accounts or maths and English to be eligible for the ACCA course. If you do not meet this eligibility criteria, then you will have to start with the foundation in the accountancy route, which is normally applicable to a 10th class student. If you meet this eligibility criteria, you can start with the ACCA route. Generally, students ask doubts if they do not have mathematics as one of the subjects and they had taken subjects like SP instead, are they eligible for this course? The answer is yes, because it is accounts or maths and English. You need to get accounts or maths and English में 65% and 50% in all other subjects in order to be eligible for the ACCA route. Even if you do not meet the eligibility criteria, like I said, you can start with the ACCA program through FIA route. Question is, who should pursue ACCA? ACCA is a course which you can pursue after 10th standard through FIA route, after 12th standard through normal ACCA route. Even students undergoing graduation, students completed graduation and immediately after or during your professional qualification like CA, CA Inter can also start with the ACCA program. Career pathway. This is extremely important. This tells you how can you claim your ACCA membership. The ACCA membership can be claimed by completing 3 E's of ACCA. What are the 3 E's? First is examination, second is EPSM, and third is practical experience. Once you complete this and pay the necessary membership fee, you will be enrolled in the member register of the ACCA. The one-time membership fees which you pay to the ACCA institute is approximately 15,000 as on date. So, in the ACCA program, we have 3 levels: knowledge level, skill level and strategic professional level. Knowledge level has 3 papers: business and technology, management accounting and financial accounting. The short forms for the same are also given: BT, MA, FA. Likewise, in skills level there are 6 papers and in professional level there are 4 papers. In total, there are 13 papers in the ACCA program divided in this 3 level. You can see in professional level, the papers are further subdivided as essentials and optionals, because out of 4 papers, 2 papers are essential papers which a student compulsorily have to complete, and out of the balance 4 papers, students have to do any 2. That means students will once again have a flexibility to select the paper they want to give. So for example, in the skill level, student has done financial management as a paper. If he wants to do specialization in FM, he can opt for AFM paper in the professional level. Likewise for audit and assurance, likewise for UK tax, likewise for performance management. ACCA has a 7-year rule which states that once you complete the first paper in the strategic professional, you have 7 years to complete the balance 3 papers. Total number of papers are 13, but students are eligible to claim certain exemptions based on existing qualification. ACCA exams. So as you can see from the screen, BT to law, the first 4 papers, which is the first 3 knowledge level paper and the first paper of the skill level, are conducted on demand. On demand means you can decide when do you want to appear for that exam. You can book the exams 365 days in a year. Exam duration for the first 4 papers is 2 hours. The results are available instantly once you submit the papers. All the papers in the ACCA program are computer-based exams, out of which the first 4 papers, which is BT to law, is 100% MCQ based objective type question paper. Therefore, once you click on submit after completing your paper, you will instantly get a result whether you clear or not. In all the 13 papers of the ACCA program, the passing marks is 50 out of 100. PM to P level papers. So right from the second paper of the skill level till the last paper in the ACCA program, the exams are conducted every 3 months, which is March, June, September and December. At the start of this every quarter, which is first week of March, June, September and December, a student can appear for that exam, and the results are normally given within 1 to 1.5 months after giving the paper. Exam durations for this paper is 3 hours for skill level papers and 3 hours 15 minutes for professional level papers. The pass rates normally depends on paper to paper. For example, certain papers like financial reporting has a pass rate in excess of 50%, and certain paper like PM and audit has a pass rate between 45 to 50%. One has to complete knowledge level in order to give papers in the skill level. Likewise, one has to complete skill level papers in order to move to the professional level. However, ACCA Institute gives you flexibility within the level, as in a student can first appear for the audit paper and then appear for the PM paper. So, intra-level movement within the level is allowed, and a student who wants to go for professional level will have to first complete the skill level papers. Once again, a very important student summary across all the 3 levels of ACCA. In the knowledge level, like we have already discussed, the 100% paper is MCQ based and there are no descriptive questions. In skills level, it is a mix of descriptive plus objective. In the professional level, the 100% paper is descriptive, that is, there are no MCQ based questions. In skills level, almost all the papers are 60% MCQs and 40% descriptive, barring few exceptions like law paper, which is 100% objective, and audit paper, which is 30% objective. In professional level, there are no objective papers because 100% descriptive questions are available. The best part about this course is there is no negative marking across any paper in the knowledge, skill or professional level in the ACCA program. The duration of the papers in knowledge level is 2 hours, 3 hours for skill level paper and 3 hours 15 minutes for professional level paper, except law, which is for 2 hours. As you can see, though law is a paper from the skill level, it has all features and characteristics of a knowledge level paper. The total marks for each paper is 100 and a student is required to secure at least 50% marks, that is 50 marks to clear that paper. Knowledge level papers can be given at any point in time because these are on-demand exams. Student can decide when he want to appear for the paper. For skill level, it is quarterly, and professional level, once again, quarterly exams. Exemptions. Once again, it is extremely important to understand the exemptions the student can claim based on the current qualification. ACCA helps you fast track the journey by offering certain exemptions considering the current qualification of the student. For example, a chartered accountant or a qualified CMA with 5 years of experience will claim 9 paper exemption. Out of 13, if he claims 9 paper exemptions, he just have to give 4 papers of strategic professional and get the ACCA qualification. Likewise, a commerce degree pursuing student, for example, BCom, BAF, etc., can claim 5 paper exemption. Students who have completed their graduation are eligible for final exemption of 5 papers, and a student who is undergoing graduation from selected 80 plus universities are eligible for claiming 5 paper conditional exemption to fast track their ACCA journey. This helps the student to once again fast track their ACCA journey. The only condition is that once the student completes the graduation, student needs to submit the mark sheet of the final semester to the ACCA Institute to convert this conditional exemption to the final exemption. The 5 papers which are exempted for the student is available on your screen. BT, MA, FA, Law and Tax. So the first 3 papers of knowledge level and 2 papers of the skill level is exempted for that student. This exemption is granted once the student submits his first semester mark sheet or a bona fide certificate that he is a student from that selected state university. Obviously, out of total 13 papers, if the student claims 5 paper exemption, he just has to give 4 papers from the skill level and the balance 4 papers from the professional level. This reduces the total course duration for the student to 2 years. Since the exams are conducted quarterly, a student can easily complete 4 papers in a year, and hence completing the entire qualification in 2 years is now possible. Likewise, a student who has cleared IPCC, or like we say CA Inter now, will be able to claim 5 paper exemption. A student who has completed IPCC plus graduation can claim 6 paper exemption, which also includes the law paper. A student who has not completed their IPCC but has got 40 marks in the audit paper of IPCC can still claim this exemption on a paper-to-paper basis. A qualified chartered accountant and a US CMA having 5 years of practical experience, that is a fellow member, can claim 9 paper exemption. A CA final candidate can also claim paper by paper exemption based on his CA final mark sheet. For example, a student getting 40 marks and above in CA final can claim FR paper exempt in ACCA course on the basis of paper by paper exemption. Likewise, for subjects like FM and PM. In order to know more about the exemptions and to check how many exemptions you are eligible for, you can visit the ACCA website, wherein on the ACCA exemption calculator, you can input the required details and it will show that how many exemptions the candidate is eligible for. Coming to the fee structure. In general, ACCA charges 5 different types of fees from the student registered in the program. First is the registration fee. Registration fees is the one-time fee which you pay to the ACCA institute in order to register for the course. The cost is £30 for a normal candidate and £20 for a student who is from selected state university. Institute then charges fees on paper-to-paper basis. For a knowledge level paper, the cost is approximately 10,000 per paper. For skill level paper, it is approximately 15,000 per paper. For professional level, one subject called SBL, Strategic Business Leader, is for 26,500 and other papers are approximately 19,000 per paper. The next type of fee which the student will have to pay is EPSM, Ethics and Professional Skills module. So this is a self-paced module which a student needs to complete in order to get ACCA membership. The cost for the same is 8,300. A student who is going to claim exemption needs to pay exemption fee per paper. The cost is £15. This exemption fee is applicable only to the student of JKSHA classes, as we are the approved learning partner of ACCA. The exemption fee for a student of selected state university is nil. ACCA Institute also charges annual subscription fees. This is the fees which you pay to the ACCA Institute every year in order to keep your student registration number active. First year fee is waived for the selected state university student who is undergoing graduation from 81 selected universities where ACCA has tie-up. For others, they can claim 50% waiver in the first year. Otherwise, they have to pay 14,000 per annum. This is the fees which you have to pay every year till the time you complete your ACCA program. All this fees needs to be paid to the ACCA Institute directly, and it is to be paid in GBP. These payments are to be done from your MyACC account, which JKSHA classes is going to create it for you. All these payments can be made through credit card only. The approximate cost of the same in INR is provided here. I have used the exchange rate of 105 to do the calculations. All this cost is applicable as on date and it is subject to change at the discretion of the ACCA institute. Probably we are the only players in the market who discloses the exact investment a student or his parent needs to put in order to get the ACCA qualification. The cost structure of ACCA depends on the category of the student and the number of exemption that student is eligible for. Hence, we have categorized the student in 7 different domains. So a student who does not have any exemption and giving all 13 papers, the fee structure is given here. The total cost of ACCA in this case is approximately 2,36,000. For a student who has completed their graduation or undergoing graduation from a selected state university, the cost breakup is given here. 1,67,000 for a selected state university student and 1,93,000 approximately for a BCom graduate. For a student who has completed Chartered Accountancy or CMA India with 5 years of post-qualification experience is going to have 1,15,000 worth of investment. Similarly, for a student who has completed in CA Inter plus BCom getting 6 paper exemption will have to invest 1.8 lakhs. A student getting 5 paper exemption on account of their IPCC or CA Inter is once again going to invest 1.83 lakhs. The exact breakup for the candidate is given on the next screen. For example, a chartered accountant who has qualified post 2003 or a CMA India with 5 years of post qualification experience, the total cost of 1,15,000 is divided into registration fees, exemption fees, paper fees, EPSM module and annual subscription. A chartered accountant or a CMA qualified with 5-year experience getting 9 paper exemption has to only appear for the balance 4 papers of strategic professional level. The cost for the same is given on your screen. Registration fees is paid one time. Exemption fees of 9 papers is 15 pounds per paper, 135 pounds in total. The approximate INR cost at the exchange rate of 105 is given on the screen. The total cost in this manner comes to approximately 1.15 lakhs. Similarly, for a student who has completed their BCom or BAF program will have this type of fee structure. Registration fees, exemption fees, paper fees, EPSM module and annual subscription. The total cost will be 1.93 lakhs. A selected state university student undergoing graduation from the selected 80 plus universities will have the following fee structure. All the fees to be paid to the ACCA institute is in pounds and therefore subject to change based on the exchange rate. Also, this is the fee structure applicable as on date. It is subject to change at the discretion of the ACCA institute. The ACCA fees needs to be paid to the ACCA institute directly from the My ACCA account of the student. It is to be paid in pounds through international credit card. The JKSC fees depends on whether the student opts for online or offline course, which is also available on the screen. Frequently asked questions. What is it that ACCA certification entail? So ACCA is a course wherein you are going to learn subjects like accounts, tax, finance, law, business management, etc. And therefore this is a course which helps you develop the skills. This is one of the ideal course which provides expertise in the accounting and finance field. Is this course acknowledged worldwide? The answer is definitely yes, because this is a course which has a global presence of 180 plus countries. Through mutual recognition agreements, it is very much possible for a student to move to countries like UK, countries like UAE, etc. Is the ACCA course valid in India? Like we have already discussed, this is a course where Big Fours, Big Six, and even MNC companies are doing hirings for both ACCA candidates as well as ACCA affiliates. ACCA affiliates are those who has cleared 13 papers of ACCA. Once you complete 13 papers of ACCA, the EPSM module and 36 months of practical experience in the fields of accountancy, tax, finance, you will be eligible to enroll for the membership of the ACCA. What is the typical duration for completing the ACCA course? As we have already discussed about the exemptions, ACCA Institute grants certain exemptions based on your existing qualification. So it is very much possible for an Indian chartered accountant to give 4 papers and complete the ACCA journey within a span of 1 year. For people who have no exemptions, have to give all 13 papers, and therefore the journey for them is approximately for 3 years. A select state university student claiming 5 paper exemption can complete the ACCA course in approximately 2 years time frame. Can I pursue ACCA while working? So ACCA, because of the flexibility offered, becomes possible for a full-time working professional. The reason being, ACCA Institute allows you to give 1 paper at a time, and the exams are conducted quarterly. Is internship mandatory for an ACCA? There is no concept of internship in ACCA. However, in order to claim ACCA membership, a candidate is required to complete 3 years of practical experience requirement. The practical experience requirement can be in the field of accounts, tax, finance, law, etc. Even articleship done by a chartered accountant in the chartered accountancy program by a candidate is counted for the 3-year practical experience requirement in the ACCA. What is the average salary for the ACCA professionals? So like we have already discussed, average salary depends on wide range of factors like the bandwidth of the employer, the current qualification, the previous work experience, the job profile the candidate is applying for. However, we can say average range of 5 to 8 lakhs is what a candidate can expect after completing 13 papers of ACCA. Who qualifies for ACCA in India? In order to be eligible for the ACCA program, you need to have at least 65% in English and maths or accounts. How many exams can I take simultaneously? ACCA Institute gives you flexibility to give 1 paper at a time in 1 exam intake. However, a student can definitely opt for multiple exams. ACCA Institute allows a student to give 4 exams in 1 exam intake and 8 unique exams in 1 calendar year. Is it possible to take exams from home? The answer is definitely yes. ACCA Institute once again allows the candidate to give center-based exams or remote exams. Remote exams is a facility wherein a student can give exams from home. Is it advisable to take 1 or 2 exams? The decision to take 1 or 2 exams depends on the study time and other commitments for the student. Pass rates for ACCA paper depends on paper to paper. There are papers where the passing percentage is around 40% and there are papers in the knowledge level when the passing percentage is as high as 80 to 85%. In order to become an ACCA member, you have to complete 3 things. First is the examination, 13 papers, either through exemption route or by giving or completing all the 13 papers. Next is the EPSM module, and third is the practical experience requirement. Very important questions. Do ACCA members have signing authority in India? ACCA members do not have signing authority in India, even though there are wide range of job opportunities which are available in Big Fours. ACCA members are not allowed to do signing of balance sheets in India. That right is exclusively for candidates who have completed their chartered accountancy program from ICAI. How can JK Shah classes help you get this qualification? We at JK Shah classes have the highest number of coaching hours in the industry. We do attendance monitoring. We take part test for the students on completion of every 25% portion, and we actually conduct 3 mock exams in computer-based environment, which is how the student is actually going to appear for the exams. JKSC fees. We are probably one of the very few, if not only, worth noting coaching class to provide classroom lectures for all levels in ACCA, knowledge, skills and professionals. The fee structure is available on your screen. We have divided the students in 2 categories, option 1 and option 2. Option 1 is applicable to those students who are claiming 5-paper conditional exemption on account of graduation from selected state universities, or for a student who has already completed his graduation program. The combo fees for the same is 85,000. In this 85,000, we will be providing coaching for the add-on course, which is out of the 5 exempted papers, the 2 most important papers will be taken up in the classroom along with the 4 papers of the skill level, which will be attempted by the student. Option 2 is applicable for all other students who are not claiming any exemptions and giving all 13 papers in ACCA. The fees for the knowledge level 3 papers is 36,500 and the fees for the skills level 6 papers is 91,000. The fees for the professional level you can see is 78,000 4 papers. For a student who is already studying in JKSC can claim a loyalty benefit of 2,000 rupees. For people who want to enroll for a single paper coaching can do that at the fee structure given on your screen. Coming to online lectures, you can see that the students who are planning to opt for the online class, option 1 fees 70,000. For option 2 knowledge level 3 papers it is 30,000 and for skills 6 papers it is 75,000. Similarly, professional level all 4 papers combo price 65,000. Similarly, for students who are planning to opt for single paper can do that at the fee structure which is given on your screen. This is the dedicated helpline number for ACCA wherein you can call and get your queries resolved and get personalized coaching. You can make your career global by enrolling for the ACCA course. That is it from my end. Thank you so much. This is me, CA Karan Agarwal, signing off. Thank you.